Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the seminar on law as a career. We're doing this online, and thank you so much for joining us in the middle of the day on Sunday. I hope I have not interrupted your Sunday lunch, and I hope you have had a good Sunday brunch, and now you are here listening into law as a career option. So before I proceed, let me ask you a couple of questions and get to know you. Meanwhile, I want to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Surabhi Modi Sahai, and I'm the CEO at Possible Education. And CLAT Possible is our wonder venture that takes young law aspirants into their dream national law universities. This is our project of passion. When I founded this around 15 years ago, CLAT Possible started as this unique place where law students or law aspirants could train and join NLUs. Not many people were around that time when there was very little awareness about law as a career. And I'm proud to say that CLAT Possible has grown but has remained the specialist in CLAT tests. We started CP even before CLAT began as CLAT. And law schools, they were used to have their own entrance exams. We started very, very small, very few kids, 13 to 15 kids joined us in our first batch. And now we are there in multiple cities and we hold classes online, serious classes, serious teachers. And I, as a founder, will see you inside your classes for English and logical training, other than planning your mock test series, books, revising your mocks, and helping you through this journey. So today, this webinar will be broken down into what is a law career, where it will take you. The second phase will be on what is the CLAT exam, what are these NLUs, and lastly, how CLAT Possible can be a part of this journey where you write this exam and get into your dream law schools. So that was about CP and me. All right, so let's begin with law as a career. I think we will need approximately 1 hour 15 minutes to address all the aspects for law as a career, and then we will move into questions if any. So the first question that I want to ask you through the screen, which you can answer in the chat box, is why did you choose law? What was your motivation? Let's make this as interactive as possible. So what was your motivation for law? I'm going to open the chat box in order to see any answers. Is it, are you a reader? Did you read John Grisham books? Have you attended a CLAT Possible seminar before and that motivated you? Suits, if you have watched any Netflix series. Other options, maybe your parents are into this profession, anyone you know. So we have father is a lawyer. Maya has answered that. Shubhra has said that it brings respect, all right. So law as a respectable career option. Akash, court sessions. Mahi, mother is a lawyer, that's amazing. They are my favorite type of lawyers, women lawyers. And you will be very happy to know that every year CP sends more women to law schools. So they are doing very, very well. Sarah, of course, reading and suits, that's always a student's favorite. Rudra is going to join the father's chambers, it seems. Risha, parents. Anshita, law seems to be interesting. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, so I've got a very interesting answer from Sindhu. Because you want to become an IS officer, that's a great answer. I'm going to take it up in prospects after law. So if you're looking at government services like the civil services, judicial services, going through a law school is going to be a great option, children. So is Ria interested in the government services? So is that Shipra? Shri Prasad, personality and money. All right, so Shri Prasad is going to earn a lot of money. Guys, note this name. This is going to be the next Harish Salve. I want you, Shri Prasad. Pragati, you want to be the best advocate. Again, we have some very big names in advocacy, and Pragati, I'm sure you will do so too. Is that your name, Most Sufiq? Your father is a lawyer? Khushbu, to give. Okay, so Khushbu wants to pay back to society. We do need those kind of lawyers. Khushbu, thank you so much for thinking about society. Nivedita, father is a lawyer. Kalyani, UPSC. Yes, that's an amazing insight, you guys. You are already pretty aware. So I think I have a very good audience today. They already know prospects after law. Molly, magistrate, again, government services. Congratulations, all of you guys. Government services, maybe parents are lawyers, want to give back to society, or even if you want to become rich. What you have done is you have made a decision for your lives ahead. Congratulations on that. And more importantly, you're not just daydreaming, you are taking positive steps towards it. So you're attending this webinar, showing an interest in the initial baby steps towards your careers is a great insight into who you are as a person. You are very young people at the moment. Some of you are as young as in class 10, when children are not even serious. So before I proceed further, I want all of the attendees, both parents and children, to please give themselves a round of applause. Please look for the clapping emoji for yourselves. I'm also posting one so that we can just applaud this very intrinsic step that you have taken. When I was that young, in 10, I probably did not even know whether I wanted to do science or commerce, and you are already planning for becoming civil servants, rich lawyers, good lawyers, social services. So if you see my 10th slide, it is about these career options, and you are already thinking about those things. You already know those things. So this knowledge that getting into civil services through law school, it is very detailed knowledge. So congratulations, guys, really, because you already know the best path to your civil services journey. So many lawyers in the last 5 to 10 years, ever since law has been offered as a subject for civil services, so many lawyers have qualified this exam, and you sitting in 10th, 11th, and 12th are already planning ahead. Great. Yes, Sakshi, that's a very interesting question. If you are a science student, you can take up CLAT. Anyone from any stream, any board can take up CLAT. And I'll read the last 2-3 responses. So we have Manmeet who is saying that it's a powerful tool for change. And we have someone who wants to be a judge. And again, Kalpana who wants to do UPSC. Right? So whether it is taking forward the legacy of your Sudan wants to become a lawyer because you like to argue. That's my favorite answer, Sudan. Thank you so much. Many people think argument is just a sign of stubbornness. You argue at home, you argue with your friends, you probably argue with your teachers, and Sudan, when you probably become my student, you will argue with me. But other than seeing it, of course, if you're constantly arguing, you might need to tone down. But if you're arguing for your stance, if you're arguing for your answer, if you are arguing for your ideals, then it shows a great presence of mind, it shows logical reasoning, and it shows that you have these very deep-seated skills to put forth your argument. So yes, Sudan, once you start classes with us, I will be teaching you critical reasoning, and I will ensure to hone your skills of argument. If your parents are in this webinar today, I hope they do not listen to this live. So I will be helping you with that. Congratulations. Great. So let's move ahead. I really feel that I know you so well now, students, and I'm so excited to start this webinar with you. And I'm really, really excited to know that very soon you will be back here as students and joining your favorite NLUs. And I'm very, very excited to foresee that you are going to live this dream for your future. So let me give you some more fun facts about law as a career option. Law is the number one career option in the United States of America. With the onset of NLUs in India, it is becoming a very, very big career option even in the subcontinent. Because of NLUs, lawyers can dream of corporate jobs, lawyers can dream of a structured career, and like the US, lawyering can be a very, very lucrative career option. If you understand the word lucrative, give me a thumbs up in the chat box because language and vocabulary are also a part of your exam. However, if you do not understand the word lucrative, let me know. I'm going to tell you, or maybe you can tell me what lucrative is. Very quickly. This has to be a two-way webinar where you have to keep answering. So Rishasvi, that's a very interesting name, darling. Rishasvi. Is that your name? Yes. So she's given me a thumbs up. Give me the meaning also, children. If you understand the meaning of the word lucrative, and Manmeet has said profitable, which is the correct answer. So the first, don't put a question mark. Be confident in your answers. That is the correct answer. Diva, that is the correct answer. So I have the first two answers from these two children. Thank you so much. So it is a very lucrative career option and a career option where money is not the whole soul, but a career option that eventually, no matter whether you earn money or not earn money, you are helping someone in their ordeal. And this career option has a very, very important signifier, a symbol, which is the lady with the blindfold. That does not mean that the lady with the blindfold does not know anything. It means that the lady with the blindfold is not biased, and the only person or thing or the only entity that is going to win today will be logic. The person who argues their case the best is going to be the winner, regardless of their status, class, or whatever. So law is the winner and law is governed by logic. So logic is the winner. So you see that it is a very, very unbiased career option. Of course, you earn money, big money in the process, because everyone, from a person who is not so well off to the richest guy on the planet, they need you. Hence, lawyers are, the most aware kind of people. They have great communities and they have a great, great lifestyle because they know the law and they have logic on their side. Anyone with logic on their side and where logic is the whole soul winner is going to rule. So, moving on. In the not just the US and the UK, in India and in the subcontinent, law is becoming one of the largest communities, a community that does not go into recession. People who do earn, whether the markets are good or bad, because everyone needs the law. When you are doing good business, you need law. When you are not doing good business, then also you need laws. So that is why it is catching up in the country, and with the help of NLUs, young people are going to these great colleges and setting up great careers in their lives. So if you were to navigate this world of law, these are the lawyers, these are statespeople, whether it is Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Pratibha Patil, all of these, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dadabhai Naoroji, all the greatest statesmen and stateswomen have been lawyers. the presidents, of course, leaving the current president out, all presidents of the United States. So when I used to take this workshop about 5 years, till 5 years ago, I would say that all the presidents of the United States of America have been lawyers, until till about Obama. Of course, after that, this argument became a little bit shaky with the new president. But right, yes, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, thank you so much, Elia. Thank you so much for that answer. So, yes, they have all been lawyers. That shows one thing. Lawyers are as big as a nation builder as engineers or doctors. So, when our country needed great engineers to build our infrastructure after independence, our government set up the IITs. You know the IITs? Give me a thumbs up. All right, you have to give quick thumbs up, children. And then, when our country needed good medical services for the citizens, they set up AIMS, they set up state medical colleges. Around this time, our nation started doing business with other countries. And we went into this phase of globalization, liberalization of the economy. I hope these terms are familiar to you. That's when our country started setting up NLUs because we needed someone to protect the interest of the citizens of this country. So NLUs are a pillar of nation building, and we are going to talk about them, and many of you are going to go into them. So the first ever NLU was set up by Professor Madhav Menon. This great prof set up something which is a phenomenon in the legal world in the country today, which is known as National Law School of India University in Bangalore. How many of you want to join NLS Bangalore? That is the father of NLS Bangalore. How many of you are dreaming of joining NLS Bangalore? Great. So I'm getting a lot of me's, and you are going to join NLS Bangalore. Every year we send about 12 to 15 kids into NLS Bangalore from CLAT Possible. We have a big CLAT Possible community in NLS Bangalore, and all of you are going to be young lawyers at NLS Bangalore. So write that today in the webinar. I will join NLS Bangalore. Everyone, write it down. Every time you write the thing you desire, you manifest it, and you constantly work towards it. Yes, I will. Don't say I want to. You have to make it. Excellent. Excellent, Subramanya. Excellent. This is Rishaswi. Excellent. I really like that name. Anshita, that's great. So I've got Elia, Anshita, all of you writing about NLS Bangalore. So these are the emblems of the top NLUs. There are now 27 national law universities in this country, and these are their emblems. Now every state has a national law university. Even Kashmir is going to get its NLU. So far, Kashmir does not have one. Himachal has it, Shimla. And there are many big states that have more than one NLUs. For example, in Madhya Pradesh, you have Bhopal, and now Jabalpur also has an NLU. In Uttar Pradesh, you have RML NLU, and now Allahabad, which is Prayagraj, also has an NLU. So, all these are the emblems of the NLUs that are there in our country. So, you have the starting NLU, which is NLS Bangalore. There is Nalsar. You have NUJS Kolkata, NLIU Bhopal, Gandhinagar, Jodhpur, Raipur, Lucknow, Patiala. So all of these NLUs are the places where you can get a great law school experience. These are residential programs, just like IITs, IIMs, and medical schools. This program at NLUs are where you stay there. It's a 5-year program which gets you 2 degrees. So you get a graduation degree and an LLB honors degree when you join an NLU. So moving to that. So these dual degree places where you get 2 degrees at the end of 5 years, results in a straightforward reaction, which is the fact that you can join work right after this graduation. So if you are looking at corporate law, you sit for placements. Placements in all the top NLUs happen from 4th year. 1 year before you graduate, you are placed. So 4th year students sit for placements, and even before they graduate, they still have 1 year to graduate, they can already get a job. Many good students from many top NLUs get PPOs. What are PPOs? PPOs are pre-placement offers. So if you have interned with a corporate and they liked your work, they liked your dedication, they offer you a PPO, which means you don't even have to sit for the placement. You accept that offer, and that PPO says when you graduate, you come and join us. So imagine a college where your college is not over and you already have a job. You are 22 or 23 years old and you have offers from top corporates. So these could be corporate law firms, Amarchand Mangaldas, Luthra, you just name it. They are there in most of the metros. These could be corporate offices of any corporate setup, Reliance, Tatas. So you could join directly the companies. You could be a part of the share market. You could be part of mergers and acquisitions. You could do, client handling. You could work for companies with their own in-house legal drafts and agreements. So there is a plethora of options, and it's not just one. You could join a sports law company and talk about pays and sports equipments and sports laws, work with them. You could be on the board of any good hospital and look at medical insurance claims that go bad. So there is a whole lot of work set out for lawyers. In fact, now there are space laws. So there are many lawyers working with space laws. Why? Because everyone is ready to capture the moon or Mars. So who will be the owner of moon? Because the way Mr. Trump is going, very soon Mr. Trump will put a flag of the US on the moon and say, now the moon is ours or Mars is ours. So naturally, space needs protection from humans, and you help humans stay protected from humans. But it's not just about humans. There are a lot of pet laws, animal rights, Red Cross societies, and lawyers are present everywhere. Many of you said judicial services. That's there for you. So every other subject student can take civil services, but only a lawyer has a special kind of services available just for them, and that is judicial services. So when you clear the judicial service exams are state-based exams. There are about 6 to 7 Hindi-speaking states where you need to know that language. Of course, there are regional language judicial service exams as well. And when you crack the judicial services, you join the judiciary of that state, which is known as the lower judiciary, from where you start your journey. Many young lawyers want to join the lower judiciary because they want to get actual change. Because if the law does not help the lowest strata of the society, then what is the good of that law? And it's not just that. Lower judiciary is the place where you begin with your cases. It's not always that you reach the high court. You first have to go through a lower court. All criminal cases start from there. So lower judiciary is a place where we need good lawyers, and thanks to NLUs, for the last 5 to 6 years, the lower judiciary scene in India has changed remarkably. Young, smart NLU graduates are now sitting magistrates, and they are really making a difference. They are listening to cases, they are making good decisions, they are writing out good judgments. So lower judiciary is where you start, and you are so young that you have a chance, of course, of going to the higher judiciary and becoming high court judges. Of course, civil services is definitely there. Academics and litigation, you can go for higher education, you can get into teaching, you can get into writing papers. So higher education is preferred by people who are really looking at specializations, because when you get into academics and higher education, you can get into policy making. Vidhi Law Center in Delhi is a place where policies are made. So the policies that we see as laws passed in the or bills passed in the parliament are actually drawn, drafted, and thought about at Vidhi Law Center. So many NLU graduates go there for an experience in policy making, and of course, you can continue with finance. You can do an MBA and get into banks, and you can see a lot of our graduates, a lot of our alumni. There are partners, there are United Nations, diplomats, World Bank, everywhere. There is always a place for a lawyer on the board. Because of such great career options in a very diverse environment, law becomes, or law study and law schools remain a number one career option choice for students who are looking at diversity, good working, good pays, good position in society. So if you are looking at that, you are at the right place right now, children. And coming on to the law schools that I showed you. So why are these law schools the good law schools? Law schools, like any other good college, have great infrastructure, great career opportunities. I've already shared that with you. Good faculty, good placements. You have good colleagues. They all crack this exam and go into law schools. And if you have graduated from an NLU, you come out with a good brand. No one can say, that, the person has not got a good education. So tell me, are these the things you are looking for in a good college? Quickly give me a thumbs up. Or if there is something that I've missed here, tell me what you are looking for in a good college. Yes, Rati, you can do that. If you have humanities, you can pursue BLLB. Rishasvi, same for you. You can do BBLLB or BLLB. I hope I have answered your questions, Rati and Rishasvi. All right, quickly tell me, are these the things you're looking for in a good college? How can you be sure what sort of law you want to pursue? Anshita, you don't have to be sure of that now. Go to law school. You specialize only in your final year. First 4 years are common for everyone. Does that answer your question, Anshita? You don't have to choose now. You have to go to law school. First 4 years are common for everyone. And then you specialize. So the specialization does not happen at the graduation level. Specialization usually happens at the LLM levels. Masters of Law. So these are some of the placements. I have written very, very conservative figures, but easily, these are average placements, but easily, kids today from NLUs are making about 18 to 20 lakh rupees in India and 30 to 40 lakh rupees abroad. Right? And you can look at a master's from any top NLU, any top law school, whether it's Harvard, Yale, or Wharton. So, just to make you clear, children, because there were questions on BA and BBA LLB. Yes, I have told you, you can do LLM from abroad. These are the colleges that I have given. Sarah, Harvard, Yale, Wharton. Yes, Elia, we would love to help you. I'll ask my colleague, Robert, can you answer queries for Elia, please? And also for Please answer these queries. I don't know, Nirmal. I'm just getting half names here. Right. So, as I was telling you, when you go to law school, you do a 5-year integrated course. The most common course available is BA LLB Honors. Many of you wanted to know about BBA LLB Honors. Let me tell you, children, it really does not make any difference in your placements or in your higher education or career, whether you do BA LLB Honors or BCom LLB Honors or BBA LLB Honors. Because in law schools, the first 4 years are similar for everyone. You have to study everything. In the last year, few subjects change. So those who do BBA LLB honors, for example, their subjects would be business oriented, 1 or 2 subjects, but that does not mean you can't have a good investment banking career or finance career with BLLB honors. So do not worry about BA, BCom or BBA at this juncture. Right? Your job has to be to get into a good NLU. So NLS Bangalore does not have BCom or BBA LLB honors, but NLS Bangalore has the best placements in the corporate sector, which goes on to show whether you do BLLB honors, BCom or BBLLB honors, it does not matter. Does that answer your question? All those who had this query, please give me a thumbs up. So our job is to go to a good NLU. And you can go abroad, you can do specializations. Nobody will have any problem with your primary degree of BA, BCom or BBA. So you get a dual degree. Just consider it as a graduation plus LLB honors degree. The eligibility for most of these colleges is 45 to 50% in class 12. The second question that has been coming up is subjects. You can be from any stream and get into NLUs. Science students can get into NLUs. Commerce students can get into NLUs. Humanities students can get into NLUs. And these students can also do their higher education, MBA, LLM. It does not matter what subject you have in class 11th and 12th. All you have to do is take these entrance tests and crack them. So for CLAT, the NLU Delhi and Symbiosis, the entrance tests happen in December. The others, state and CUET, Central University entrance tests, happen in May. So your journey, your preparation with us will have 2 parts to it. We will begin with classes for CLAT, ALIT and Symbiosis. We will prepare you for the exams in December. So 2026 students will give the exam in 2025 December and 2027 students will give the exam in 2026 December. We will finish your entire syllabus. I'll show you the syllabus and show you some sample questions. And after that, once these exams are over, some of you will take a short break for your boards and we commence with our studies for CUET. Those of you who get selected, they can leave the study for CUET and just pay the fees for the NLUs. After the exam in the 3rd week of December, the results are also declared. And once these results are declared, you have to pay the fees. Right? Yes, Elia, you can attend classes for CLAT 2026, which will be, the exam will be held in December 2025. Right? So, moving on, what is the syllabus? So, this is the CLAT paper pattern. Note, everyone, it is a 2-hour exam and it has 5 sections. And the section marks are also shared with you. If you total it up, it is 120 questions and 120 marks. So, sometimes you have 28 to 32 questions in GK or 22 to 26 questions in English and logical reasoning, but roughly you have about 30, 24, 12, 24 and 30 questions. Yes, Sakshi, if you're going to class 11 this year, you will join us now for a 2-year program. Right? You will join us now for a 2-year program. I'll come to that. So is the exam paper pattern clear? So this has 5 sections. It has GK and legal, roughly 30 marks. English and logical reasoning, roughly 24 marks. And maths, 12 marks. I hope that answers your question. Sakshi, I've already answered your question. So 30, 30, 24, 24 and 12. All the sections are very important because in order to get into a top NLU, you are expected to easily score above 88 marks in 120. So if you're looking at top 5, you should be scoring in the range of 100 to 101 marks, which means every section has to be done well. Right? Coming to the NLU Delhi paper pattern, unlike CLAT, NLU Delhi has 3 sections only. There is a very big English section of 50 marks, even bigger logical reasoning section of 70 marks, and a GK section of 30 marks. So you have English, GK and logical reasoning. English section 50 marks, logical reasoning section 70 marks and GK 30 marks. GK is current affairs for both CLAT and ALIT. Some static is asked, but that will be taught to you in the classroom. We will be giving you GK magazine, both online and offline. And those GK magazines are enough for you to study your GK. The GK is not very vast, but yes, there are many components to it. So regular GK classes with the magazine is what you need. You don't have to go online to do any other GK study. You will get classes on English, RCs, word building. Then we will be giving you classes on reasoning, which will have 2 parts to it. Critical reasoning, which is the maximum questions, and analytical reasoning. Many of you don't study reasoning in schools. It is not really a mainstream subject. So all of you have to attend these reasoning classes. We have the best reasoning classes right from basics, and we give you a very, very good CLAT specific reasoning book. Because CLAT reasoning is unique. Their reasoning questions are asked on passages. No other exam in the world asks you questions on passages. So we have written a very good, unique book for CLAT reasoning, concepts and passage-based questions and how to answer them. That is our critical reasoning book, our black book at CLAT Possible. So if you follow that book and your lectures, you will master the reasoning section. If you heard the interview of Parthdhaj in the beginning, who's in NLS 2nd year at the moment and going into 3rd year, he spoke about this critical reasoning book and the practice sheets. So we have some of the best logic trainers. I take your critical reasoning and we will ensure that your concepts are clear and you have to constantly practice them. Look for Parthdhaj's interview on our YouTube channel at CLAT Possible and he will be telling you the same thing. Language, reasoning aside, there is legal reasoning also, which is passage-based and unique. And we have given you all the legal section books, including practice-based passages for legal reasoning. So you will get individual books for law, which is black books on torts, criminal, constitution, contracts. These books are handwritten by NLS graduates, NALSA graduates, and they will explain all the fundamentals to you. And we have a special section on miscellaneous laws. CLAT and NLU Delhi have started giving a lot of questions on current events and miscellaneous laws. So you will practice both types of legal reasoning. These two things, critical and legal reasoning, require solid fundamentals and foundation. So ensure that you do the fundamental classes very well with us. And they require a lot of practice every day. So follow the practice schedule that I give you and the legal teachers give you for these sections. Maths is basic 6, 7, 8 and very basic topics of percentages and SICI are asked. Some questions on time, speed, distance are asked. So we will be taking you through those classes. Analytical reasoning is not really asked in CLAT, though there was one set this year, but one set in CLAT and 1 or 2 sets in ALE. But still you have to do fundamentals of blood relations, clocks, sitting arrangements, and some questions on basic arithmetic progression. So if you are regular with your classes, regular with your practice, and regular with your mocks, these sections will be very easy for you. I hope the paper pattern and the way forward is clear to all of you. If yes, and you are still enthusiastic about your legal career, please give me a good cheer. Give me a happy emoji. Yes, Diva, if you are a reader, you will have that advantage. Yes, I'm sure you can give me happier emojis. Yes, the one with the teeth. That's amazing. Because as soon as your exams are over and you start your classes, we will start with the fundamental classes. We'll take you into practice. We will do revision sessions and we will form you into different batches based on your scores. And after your result is out, we throw the biggest party for law school aspirants, CLAT takers, all of our CP students who make it big, and that party is known as Judgment Day. Judgment Day is the biggest celebration of law school results. And ask any of our old students, and some of them say that their motivation to crack CLAT was to attend Judgment Day. Judgment Day party is held at our head office, where we invite you to this big hotel. You stay there, you party there, your felicitation happens, and you make the best memories. You make your friends, and with those friends, you go into your law school. So I promise you today, as soon as you start your classes, Judgment Day party will be bigger and grander for your success. So I hope these emojis are going to stay here and we are going to celebrate it with your results. So based on what I discussed about the exam, we just need to hone these 3 skills. Reading, some of you are already readers, you said. Online students also come for Judgment Day party. They attend it in flesh and blood. So you may be our online student, but you are a human being, I hope. Sindhu, can you confirm you are a human being? So if you are not a bot, you are definitely going to come for the party. Great. So working with options. Right. So Sindhu is saying, of course, that confirms that Sindhu is a cognitive human being with cognizant skills. Yes. Thank you, Sindhu. And thank you for being such a sport. Some jokes in the middle keep the class alive, don't they? All right. So reading, problem solving, and options. Step 1, read the passage. Step 2, solve the MCQ, multiple choice question. This is what we teach you in the fundamental classes. And step 3, choose the option. Right? All right. Lovely, Elia. So just announcing all the attendees here. Elia is a poetess. She's a published poetess. And she started writing from 4th standard. That's amazing. Many big lawyers and judges have been great readers and poets and fond of poetry. our ex-Chief Justice Chandrachud, he used to quote poetry, he used to quote Faiz Ahmad Faiz, he used to quote rock music in his judgments. Definitely, law is a career for poets such as you and others. All right, just to reiterate this, let's quickly do this question. I have a feeling all of you will get this answer in a few seconds. As soon as your answers are out, share them with me in the chat box. You have to identify the central theme, and I have my first answer from Anshita. Anshita, your answer is correct. I'm not calling out the answer. And I have a stream of many answers now. Diva, Ria. So yes, Diva, your answer is correct. Anshika's answer is also correct. Ria and Sophia, or Sophia, check your answers again. Sarah, correct. Sakshi, Molly, Sophia, your answer is correct now. Thank you so much. Yes, Ria, your answer is also correct now. I'm sorry, some names are just coming as Medha, your answer is correct. Yogita and Deshna, please check your answers. Excellent. So most of you have given me correct answers. Sarah, your answer is also correct. So now I'm going to share the correct answer with you children, which is option C. So you read this piece of writing written by Jack Kerouac, On the Road. And Jack Kerouac writes about what he calls mad people. But while you read it, and if you have got the correct answer, you understood what Jack Kerouac was trying to say. Even though Jack Kerouac has written something about a candle or heroism or yawning, you know these are not the answers, which means you were able to read between the lines, which means you were able to read beyond the written word. And that is the level of understanding that we are going to develop. So while Jack Kerouac says they are mad and desirous of everything, they never yawn, you know that we don't mean that they don't yawn. We just, this line wants to state that they are always very enthusiastic, right? And they burn like a candle, which means people are not burning, right? Burning like a candle means they are so energetic, enthusiastic that they dissipate their own energy. So you understood this. That means you understood what is known as figurative language. Figurative language is where the author uses figures of speech. So tell me, what is this figure of speech? What figure of speech do you see here, children? Excellent answer, Anshita. And Sindhuja, I don't know if you're Sindhu or Sindhuja, let me just quickly check. Sindhu only, yes. Elia, excellent answer. This is a figure of speech called simile. Isn't it? Yes. Simile. Simile where we compare using as and like. Sarah, that is correct answer. So simile is where we compare using as and like. That means we are not saying they are candles or spiders. We are using an attribute of candle and spiders and trying to make a point. Figures of speech are used to beautify the language, give it more depth, give it more emotion. And figures of speech is in your syllabus in reading. Tones, figures of speech is all part of your syllabus, children. Right, excellent answers, everyone. So this is what we have to do, and I hope that means you are enjoying this and you are going to be good with it. Imagine you have to just do this. All right, let's do one more since you gave me a correct answer. Choose the best option for the conclusion. So the part A is the reading material. Part B has three options. Which of the three options represents the conclusion? I repeat, which of the three options represents the conclusion? Which of the three options represents the conclusion? Sakshi, thank you so much for attending and all the best for your board exam. And do stay in touch and we'll connect with you. So we are getting some right answers. Diva, your answer is correct. Molly, your answer is correct. So this whole thing was a small test of one word. Yes. Pragati, your answer is also correct. So the first line is biggest problem with oral history. This is a fact. Perspective is based on interpretation, also is used as a premise. And the conclusion, the key word of the conclusion is therefore. Do you see this? So this was a test of therefore. This was a test of therefore. This becomes our answer. The author's conclusion, author's opinion is because the biggest problem of oral history is that it is disseminated through memory, and perspective is based on interpretation and cognizance, how you receive that memory. Therefore, the author believes combining line 1 and combining line 2, that if you say oral history is biased, it is a prejudicial record of events, it is not so incorrect, means it is all right to call oral history biased because it involves memory and perspective. This is a question from NLS paper when there was no CLAT and NLS used to conduct its own exam. So this is a question straight from NLS children, and NLS was known for giving 3 options only. Have you understood C as the answer, everyone? Quickly give me a thumbs up. When we combine 2 things and then produce a conclusion, that would be our conclusion. Have you understood the answer C, everyone? So this is what we are going to learn to do in our classes. This is what we are going to focus on. Imagine all you have to do is build the skill of reading, understanding, and then choosing the correct option. And that could take you to the top colleges in the country, children. So let me erase this and now quickly brief you on our courses. So for CLAT 2026 and 2027, we are going to teach you, that's I over there. We have NLS teachers who are going to take your legal, Neha who will be taking your legal classes. You'll probably meet one of them for the demo class. So all our teachers, all our founding team will be your teachers. These are people who have written the exam, have been training for the last 15, 20 years. So do make sure that you fill that up. Find Tanvi's interview and she will tell you more about them. Tanvi, our All India topper in women. And some of our distinguished alumni who are studying in NLUs. We can arrange a call with them also for you, children. And they can be your guide and mentors. Right now, NLS is going to go into exams very soon. But soon after their exams, these children will be around just in case you want to chat with them. When you enroll with us, you are going to get black books. These are the pillars of your CLAT training. These black books are so well written that the legal books Our students take them to law schools also. In fact, many of them claim that the TOTS book at CLAT Possible is so good that I gave my first year NLS exams from that book. So you can please keep the legal books. They are so well written that you can crack your first year law school exam also with them. And that is Diya Agarwal, our NLU Delhi topper for ALET 2024 exam. Apart from the black books, we give you purple books for practice, the 2 sets, and mocks and CUET practice books in the middle over there. Right? You will get your account with us. If you hear our student interviews, they talk about this platform where they get hundreds and hundreds of section tests, complete analysis. So this area, you have all the recorded videos of the classroom. If you miss any class, the recorded video is available over here. You can go through it. Even if you don't miss the class, you want to redo the class, you can look at the recorded video, solve the topic tests, section tests, and the exam tests. So all the students who are preparing for CLAT 2026, which means joining year is 2026, they will give CLAT in 2025. You will join our 1-year program. We have 2 options, weekday and weekend. Weekday for those who can come on weekdays, either have given their class 12th exams or are available on weekdays. So you can join the Breeze regular program. It's a beautiful program, Monday to Friday classes at all our centers and online, whichever option suits you best. It is instructor-led, gets you everything from test series to all the books, all the workshops, revision sessions, and club batch. So look for the week regular program and do tell us if you want us to call you back, do let us know and we will help you more with this. Those who are in class 12 and are not free on weekdays, no problem. We have a 6-hour weekend training program for you. Your classes will be held on Saturday, 2 hours, and Sunday, 4 hours with the mocks, material, everything. We have a good selection rate from this batch. So 12 students or those who are not available on weekdays can come for the weekend program. Those who are going to class 11th, this is a 2-year program. It is our flagship program. And 2-year program students means you have 11th, 1 year of training. We finish your syllabus. In class 12th, you redo the whole thing and do revision and mocks. The benefit of this program, since you are in 11th and you are already desirous of doing this paper, why you should not wait at all. Needless to say, of course, the maximum selections happen from the 2-year program because you are able to do the syllabus twice. You are able to practice well. You start mocks very early in the form of pre-mocks. So we do pre-mocks, which is chapter-wise mocks, and then in class 12 you do full-length mocks. So this program is very good. This year's rank 5, our female topper Tanvi was from this program. Akshat rank 5, 2022 was from this program. Parthdhwaj rank 35, 2024 was from this program. So this is an excellent program for all those who are very focused, are in 10th, going to 11th and are looking at a 2-year program. It takes away the pressure of the preparation. At the same time, you are able to finish the syllabus before class 12 and you are able to then divide time well. So I have shown you this already. Our app which is available, and of course these are our classrooms offline. Students are laughing because they know we are taking their pictures, so they want the best picture. These are labs for practice online. Any time that you are looking at taking tests, we have excellent libraries in all our centers because reading is something that you have to do. So you issue books. We have book discussions. So when you join us, you will read books, you will be doing the book discussions with us. We'll do vocabulary quizzes. There are a lot of cash prizes to win. Our club batch, regular book discussions, newspaper analysis, because reading is the only way that you are going to crack this paper. Kaduri Prabhudas, thank you so much. And all our centers with addresses. So do get back to us, find your center if you live in any of these locations. Else, you must join the online program, which is for us as good as the offline program. You have the same teacher-driven, teacher-led, teacher-instructed class, live classes, interactive classes. We give you speaking rights in the classrooms once you enroll. So you can directly be in touch with the classroom, ask your doubts. So for us, there is no difference. So do try out the online classes if you are not in any of these locations. It's better to do it online from the best teachers rather than look for something offline but compromise on your teachers. All our results are available on our website. If you are looking at any of these students, we can get you in touch with them and they can be your mentors. So all these kids, all our CP students, forever CP students, you will find them in the law schools when you get cracking. Rishasvi, that's entirely your call. But if you are in any location and you can come for offline classes, great. Otherwise, online will be very effective and equally effective. Everything from doubt sessions to teaching, everything is similar. Every class is conducted through a PowerPoint, offline and online. We share class sheets, we discuss the class sheet, we discuss the doubts, we do the books together. So in no way are you missing out on anything. Devang, I'm sorry, currently there is no center there, but you must try out our online classes and I think you will not mind not going for an offline class. No, Rati, that's not correct. The choice of BE or BB LLB is not what is going to get you into corporate sector. Just do it from a good law school. That will get you to the corporate sector. Yes, Sarah, you must do that. That is perfectly all right. Keep watching the chat from CLAT Possible. Fill the form. Get in touch with the teachers. So my name is Surabhi. You can find me and you can email me, children. If you have any more doubts, let me type my email ID for all of you. It is surabhi@possibleeducation.com. Do email me or you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I would love to hear about you, more about you, and do keep in touch. Follow us on our YouTube channel. There is lots of material that we have put out on YouTube. Do join our book discussions, and I hope to see all of you in the classroom to take this forward. It was a lovely session, and thank you for being a great audience. Every class is as good as its students. So you make the class amazing. Thank you for being this amazing, all of you.